தமிழரின் பிம்பம் உங்கள் TVI.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. Welcome to Crossroads on TVI. I'm your host, Parthy Kandavil. On today's show, we chat with a new and popular Tamil movie reviewer, a new charity helping out the disadvantaged in the Vanni, and having a discussion on the recent spike in youth violence in Toronto. Have you ever been stuck over whether to watch a certain Tamil movie, didn't trust your friend's opinion, or too lazy to read the reviews on the net? Well, look no further. Our first guest has you covered. He goes by the name Review Raja and provides insightful video movie reviews. His first 5 videos have almost 200,000 views within a month. He has recently been featured in major Indian newspapers such as the New Indian Express, the Mumbai Mirror, and the Deccan Chronicle. The best part of it all is that he's a 24-year-old white guy from Belleville, Ontario. If you have a question or comment for Review Raja, please call us at 416-623-8100. Good afternoon, Review Raja. Thank you for coming on our show.
Anytime.
So to give our audience a quick synopsis of what you do, what is it that you provide your viewers?
So typically what I try and do is I wanted to explore Tamil cinema because about a year ago I was hanging out with a bunch of my Tamil buddies from university and work, and they turned on a movie called Villa, and I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's Ajith Kumar's famous film, and recently Villa 2 just came out, just in case you didn't see that, and I really did love the film, and I asked them, I can't believe how good this is, and they said, have you ever heard of Kollywood? And I said, I have no idea Kollywood ever existed. Growing up in Belleville, Ontario, where the population is about 98% Caucasian, you don't typically get this type of involvement with other cultures. So I
was Bollywood familiar though, because that's very popular in our mainstream word.
So my father, he's been going to India 2 times a year for the past 10 years. So I always was familiar with Indian cinema and this type of thing, but the one that came to mind was always Bollywood. Bollywood. Everyone knows Bollywood, but I never knew Kollywood existed. And I didn't think that was fair after seeing the first film I saw after how good it was. So then I went on the internet to look up some movie reviews one day and realized there was nothing that I could really take away online. I didn't really understand the language. So me and my buddies decided, you know what, let's start a movie review YouTube channel and create something different where people can get my point of view from a Canadian white guy. So you know, it's a bit different. It's a bit different view on things. So we wanted to excite the people about the movies and really try and bring Kollywood to the same level as Bollywood, so that when people think when people think Indian cinema, they don't overlook Tamil cinema and they keep it on the same level.
So when you produce your reviews, what kind of content are you looking to convey to the audience?
Well, typically what sets us apart from other movie reviewers is I actually act out scenes from the films that I'm reviewing. So it makes it sort of interesting, whereas you get to see my point of view not only from what I have to say, but you get to see how I would act it out and what I saw when I watched the movies. So it's sort of cool.
And through your whole process of getting acquainted with Tamil cinema, what differences have you found with Hollywood and perhaps some similarities as well?
Well, you know, Hollywood, I find they make these stories they focus on the high life, the living in the mansions, getting the girl every time, you know, the things that not the average guy like you or myself can achieve. And I really wanted to show people that Kollywood does that differently, where they're touching on issues that are happening currently in the society, and they really have a fun spin on it. It's exciting, and the biggest difference, which I love about Kollywood, is when I go to the theater to watch a Hollywood movie, People are telling me to be quiet when I'm whispering to my buddies. If I like something on the screen, I get excited. I can't jump up and cheer. But when I went to a Collywood film, everyone was jumping out of their seats. Popcorn was flying in the air. People were getting up and hugging each other. And I was like, I can get used to this. I really enjoy this. At any moment in time, I can jump out of my seat and I can cheer for my favorite actor on the screen.
Are there, have you, from the Tamil movies you've seen, are there certain themes or virtues that Tamil cinema tends to cover?
Some of the main topics that I've seen in the films that I've been watching there's a lot of corruption in the films that they're trying to portray. So government corruption, especially in Savaji. I don't know if you've seen that film, but Rajinikanth is really trying to project that there's a lot of dirty money in Chennai, and he wants to take that and make it clean money by filtering it through the system to give back to the people, give education, make hospitals, these type of things. So he's really the boss in that movie. That's what they call him. So
with how many movies have you reviewed thus far?
I've reviewed 5 now.
And what's the reaction been like?
Everybody, I have gotten very few negative responses, but I will say that there have been people that think I'm a phony. They think I'm doing this for some hidden agenda reason. But in reality, I do have a goal now after I set out to do this with my friends, and it's to bring Tamil cinema to the world. Having said that, in Canada especially, no one really knows about it. So I want them to sort of see what I see, get excited about it, and it is working. I mean, my friends, my family, everyone wants to go see a Tamil movie with me now, just because of my reviews, whereas they had no idea about it beforehand. So.
And do you feel that it's working? What has the response been from India, Canada?
It's working 110%. I mean, just being able to be featured in these news articles is a bit mind-boggling to myself, and the people on my Facebook page, on YouTube, on Twitter are absolutely supportive. It's incredible. I really do feel like I've created these connections with people overseas, and I could almost be their friends already. I've never met them, but I would love to meet them eventually. So,
you know, some might say that by virtue of being a white guy, you may not have the same connection or may not understand all the nuances and contextual differences of some of these movies. How do you feel about that criticism by?
Well, you know, I will say some of the nuances in the speech and whatnot aren't clearly projected through the subtitles, because I rely on that. But that's why I have a bunch of my friends that help me with that as well. So if I didn't understand something in the film, they'll tell me what actually happened and how it translated differently, and from what I was reading to what actually was on the screen. So I have that type of help, which helps in the end.
Okay. And at this moment, we'll take a quick video clip of a clip from one of Review Raja's reviews to give you an idea of how he reviews a movie. Let's play the clip.
So by now you're probably wondering, should I go see this film? Well, based on my suggestions, I will tell you, Ajith did a killer job in his acting. The music score was absolutely amazing. The cinematography, probably the best I've ever seen. But if you're looking for a high quality, unique, and original story, you probably won't find it in this film. For my final verdict, I'd give Billet 2 a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And remember everyone, this is Review Raja certified.
Alright, so give our viewers a quick look into how you break down a movie. And in terms of your review process, what are the major criteria you're looking for in order to get a 5 out of 5?
Well, really, it boils down to the story and if the actors are convincing. So for Billet 2, what I looked at is the story was lacking in the sense I did feel that it